just saw another video where you're still talking shit. All you say is fuck that. Oh, he stole from me. Well, obviously, aside from defaming me, why don't you look inside your own circle? Because I know for a fact that people are stealing from you. By the way, you lined my pockets. You made me a shitload of money, all because you're afraid of David Benavidez.
Did Oscar De La Hoya tell the truth, or did he tell the truth? Listen, he ain't even denying the fact that he was stealing from him. He just pretty much flat out said, yeah, I've been stealing from you, but I ain't the only one stealing from you. Why you mad? Why you just calling me out? You got people in your camp allegedly stealing from you. Also, he admitted to not paying Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia for their last fight that they had April 20th. Listen, man, boxing is a dirty game. It's a dirty business. I mean, you got promoters shelving fighters for not taking certain fights. You got promoters shelving fighters for taking certain fights, destroying these guys' careers. You got promoters not paying fighters what they supposed to be paying them. Now you got promoters not paying fighters what they supposed to be paying them at all. I mean, you got trainers stealing from fighters. You got fighters not paying trainers. I mean, you got referees stopping fights when they shouldn't be stopped. I mean, boxing is a whole scandal out here. I mean, we seen Don King stealing from Mike Tyson. We seen guys like Bob Arum shelving Mikey Garcia because he didn't want to. He wanted to fight Gamboa, but not for the money that top ranking Bob Arum was trying to pay him. We seen Gary Russell Jr. on the PBC side of the game get shelved because Al Heyman didn't want him to fight Lomachenko, but he fought him anyway and he lost. And man, what happened to Gary Russell's career has been an absolute travesty, all because he decided to take that fight and Al Heyman didn't want him to take the fight. I mean, we got situations where, Errol Spence allegedly, him and Derek James, his trainer, had a handshake agreement that not only was he going to pay him the 10% out the guaranteed purse, but he was also going to pay him on the back end, right? And he didn't pay him. So now he's taking Errol Spence to court. Man, boxing is completely corrupt. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty business. I mean, it's sad what happened to these fighters. Sad what happened to these trainers. I mean, these sanctioning belts don't care. These sanctioning bodies don't care. These promoters don't care. These networks don't care. And to touch back on what he was saying about Canelo Alvarez, I don't think that he's scared of David Benavidez, but I do think that he understands that whether he fight David Benavidez or Terrence Crawford, that's a tough fight. Both those guys believe they can win. Both those guys not only had a skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez, but they both got the skill set to knock out Canelo Alvarez. But listen, as well, Canelo Alvarez could beat them and knock them out as well. But it's not going to be no easy fight. I don't believe none of these fighters are scared of one another. I don't believe that Canelo Alvarez is scared of David Benavidez. Sorry about that. Hey, be quiet. But he do understand that it's going to be a tough fight. I mean, you talking about a guy that's tall, big, rangy, power in both hands, hand speed crazy. Canelo already don't have the greatest foot speed, so he going to be right there to be hit all night. We saw what a tough fight it was with him and Jaime Munguia the first 5 rounds of that fight. It's going to be even tougher because Benavidez got more power, more hand speed. He's defensively more responsible than Jaime Munguia. I mean, he can fight on the front foot. He can fight on the back foot. He can fight in the pocket. He can fight at range. I mean, that's a horrible stylistic matchup for Canelo. David Benavidez got a chin. He can take it to the body. So, I mean, listen, he going to be in there with the Terminator, so to speak. That's going to be a hard fight. But I believe, he can beat him because when you have an elite level defense and you're an amazing counterpuncher with power, you can beat anybody. Especially if you got good foot speed, because some guys you can get away from. Some guys you can't get away from, but he going to have to be ready to fight in the phone booth. He going to have to step to David Benavidez. He going to have to slip, counter, make him pay all night, and rip and dig and try to hurt this man to the body or he is going to bed. I'm telling you right now. If they was to fight, if David Benavidez and Canelo was to fight, I would put my money on David Benavidez via 10th round TKO, possible KO. But it would be an exciting fight, possibly a rematch, even a trilogy. I could see, instances where Canelo could win that fight. Canelo do got the experience. He's fought by far the better fighters. He's been in there with taller guys. He's been in there with guys who got power. He's been in there with guys who got foot speed, hand speed. So, but he'll be in there with a guy who got a little bit of everything. So, it'd be an interesting fight. But as far as what Oscar De La Hoya said, as far as Canelo being scared, I don't think he's scared. I think he's just smart. He's waiting to get the right amount of money that he's, can get, 150 to 200 million dollars. And when it comes from his team stealing from him, I don't doubt it, man. Listen, when you're getting large amounts of money and you're somebody that's loyal like Canelo Alvarez, who's been with the same team since he's been in the game, you tend to not always pay attention to every little bit of piece of your money that's coming in when you're getting large amounts of it, for a long time like he has. It wouldn't be out the realm. It'd be sad and unfortunate if people were stealing from him. But, man, in boxing and how people are nowadays, man, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hopefully that's not the case. That man got a family. He put in his work. He don't deserve to have nobody steal from him, whether it's the promoter, the network, friends, family. Listen, nobody deserved to have what they worked for taken from them. That's absolutely inexcusable, and it ain't cool. But listen, let me know, do you agree with Oscar De La Hoya from the standpoint of, do you believe Canelo Alvarez is scared and ducking David Benavidez? Or do you agree with me? Do you think he's just waiting on the right financial offer to take an extremely tough fight? Like, share, and subscribe to the greatest sports show in YouTube. Boxing, football, basketball. We cover all things sports. A little bit of TV shows and movies as well, but primarily sports. With that being said, I ain't going to hold it too long. I'm out. Peace.